I'm looking tonight for a doe or a big buck, or if an exotic comes in. I notice the elk have been eating on the alfalfa I have out, so maybe we'll get a 5x5 elk come by. We'll see what happens tonight. Stay tuned for a good hunt. Last night I saw a baby, or one of the babies we've been seeing regularly, and then had a doe and another deer behind it. Don't know what it was, coming to my right here out of the blind. And she was about 5 yards right outside the front of the blind there, and she saw me without my face mask on. I ended up not getting my face mask on in time, and she started blowing and headed back out the same way she came. And when she got behind me, she probably smelled me. So, Mr. Blue Jay. Mr. Blue Jay's just singing away. Quail. Bobwhite quail. Good old bobwhite quail hanging out. Awesome. I think I hit her good. I'm gonna have to look at the video to make sure, but we'll see. Well, I'm back at the cabin checking the video, and you can clearly tell on the video I hit that deer, but I hit it way too far back. Almost a gut shot. I know I missed the liver, so we're gonna have to give it, I don't know, 3 or 4 hours before we go out there, and it's going to be dark by the time we get out there, so it's almost like better to wait till night, or I mean morning. Alright, it's the next morning, and I went and did a little reading on gut shot deer, because I've never gut shot a deer before with my bow. In fact, this is only the second deer I've hit with my, the second whitetail I've shot. Shot a what I would call a respectable, some would say it's a small buck, but it was my first buck ever last year. We got some bigger deer running around on this 100-acre property here at Indian Creek Ranch, but hopefully we'll get a shot at another one this year, one of the bigger bucks. But I brought my trusty GPS. Reading up on it last night on the internet, they said that gut shot deer will usually run about 200 to 300 yards and then lay down, so I didn't even follow it. Alright, I just found my first blood. We're probably about 50 yards, maybe 80 yards from the point where I shot her, and it looks like she's bleeding pretty good. Alright, maybe I can teach some of you guys some lessons on my bad experience here. Found a place where she laid. It's about 200 yards from the stand. I have a road that runs about 50 yards from this spot. I got out of there and I walked back to the thing to check on the shot, and obviously she got up and left from this spot, and I don't see any blood from here. So the rule of thumb is sneak out as quietly as possible if you think it's gut shot, like I thought it was. And I went back to the cabin Bingo, baby. We got her. There she lays right there. Hit her back as you could saw in the video, but just some lessons to learn real quick off of a gut shot deer. As you saw back there on the video, I think I got it. The blood trail completely went out when she laid down the first time. I probably spooked her from her bed coming on that road that was close to there. But this is about another, I would say another 100 yards. So I'm probably 300, 350 yards from where the feeder is. We're in the hill country of Texas here. And just by way of some lessons, I read they run anywhere from 200 to 300 yards and lay down. It's pretty true. In this case, 350 yards or so. I'd say I'm 350 yards. And also, this morning, when I got up and spent a little time with the Lord this morning, I prayed and asked Him to help me find this deer, and I think He did. Because this deer just laid right up in this really thick stuff right here. Just 8 yards from here, I can see the blood spot where she laid. And she got up again, came right out here into the open, and I was up on that hill right over there. Just following. What I did is I got the GPS, followed the blood trail, marked the last spot where I saw the blood where she laid. She stopped bleeding from that time on. And I'm about 100 to 125 yards from that spot, probably. Maybe 150, I'm not sure. But then I just followed that line straight, but it was going uphill, and I knew being wounded she's going to want to go downhill. So I stayed on the uphill side and just kept glancing down, walking really slow, looking for blood. And then my plan was, once I got to the top of the ridge, to go over a little ways, then backtrack, and then come down the hill from there and just start looking. The good thing is, gut shot deer can be recovered. Just got to let them lay overnight. Hope you enjoyed that hunt.